Well, hello everybody. Mike Young here. Hey, I've got a special guest showing up tomorrow, Thursday, for our weekly Shopsmith webinar get-togethers. So I thought I'd better get this machine spiffed up. And the best way to do that, of course, is start by waxing the thing. So I'm going to do that today. And if you've been following this channel or been a regular participant in the weekly Zoom get-togethers that we have, you know we talk a lot about waxing machine, and oftentimes I've mentioned my 100 Shopsmith Mark wax points. I'm not going to show you all 100 today, but just to give you an idea, on the table alone, your table system, there are over 20 wax points that you really need to hit. If you'll do those 20 wax points, believe me, it's a night and day difference in how the machine performs for you. So we're going to do that today. I'll show you the 20 of those, and we'll make sure this machine is sparkling for our mystery guest. Okay? Of course, the no-brainer part of waxing the table surfaces themselves, which you, yes, have 4 of if you have the big table system. 4 tabletops. I always like to use a green Scotch-Brite pad, a well-used one, by the way, so it's not aggressive at all. But it removes, you know, not just the smut, but anything that might have been left over from a piece of material, piece of sap or something like that, dried sap. Make sure you get down in there and get those miter gauge slots real good. You're going to do this on all your tabletops. You apply the wax. I don't usually let it dry all the way. You don't need to, but look at that. Look at that. That's oxidation. That's smut. That makes a big difference in how things like miter gauges, fences, and material slides and glides on your tables. If you eliminate that, you eliminate any problems down the road. And remember, you're waxing for 2 reasons. You're exactly that: lubrication and protection. Lubrication, like I just said, so everything slides and glides nice, and protection. It's not going to completely make oxidation disappear, but it impedes it. It slows it down. But take your time on these tables. You'll know. You do all of them. So this is the table I mentioned that I don't use that often, and it basically just sits in the shop propped up against a wall most of the time. But I'll start out on this one just like I do all the tables, just right on the surface here. But because the flutes have got some built up crud in there, what I'll do there, and you don't want anything really too sharp, is I'll take like my little punch here. This one's not too sharp. It's got a rounded tip on it. I'll get some wax on my cloth, and I'll literally, and this is time consuming, work through every one of those flutes. But it makes a huge difference. Can you see that? Bring that camera over here. Every one of those flutes has to be cleaned. You can see the difference it's already making. Take your time. I think you can see the difference. Whoop. Missed a couple spots. Much, much, much better. So our next part of the table are the fence rails. And boy, these are really, really important because, yes, your fence glides on these things. If these aren't waxed up regularly, that gives your fence a chance to kind of bind up, skip. That can create some real problems in precision and just your woodworking results overall. And you got 8 fence rails, 4 on the back, 4 on the front. So now we're up to, that's 12 wax points already on just the table alone. Again, using a real well-used green Scotch Brite pad. There's no aggressiveness to it, not taking any metal off, just applying the wax well. And like everything, make sure you buff it off real good. Night and day difference again in how that fence is going to slide and glide. Show you here in just a little bit, but do them all. You want to check your work? The difference that makes, just throw your fence on here and it literally slides effortlessly. Do it on all your tables. Nice, nice. That's what you want. That's what you want. So now we get into doing our connector tubes. We got 4 of those. So we were up to 12. We got 4 out of 16 wax points. Very critical. Now, this was a good example. This is again, the table I don't use very often, and it's real stiff. I mean, it's way stiffer than the one that I use all the time. This one moves literally effortlessly. So we definitely need to wax these. And again, it's a big, big difference. Full length. Do it all. You're not going to break a sweat doing this, but it should take you some time if you're doing it right. If you're hitting all 20 points. And I don't know if you can call what I do next separate wax points, because it's kind of part of one that we've always done, but again, critical. It's inside your fence rails, both ends. Again, night and day different. This is a little tricky to do this. I usually roll up my paper towel, get wax on it, of course, all the way around. And I'll just shove that in as far as I can and work all the way around. You're getting those 4 points. If you got a 520 fence, you're working the 4 points that actually hold that in there with the slides on. Can you see that all right? We're getting right down into these areas right here. Critical. But again, it's going to make a big difference in how that all comes out. Get some wax on there and buff it off. And you want to do both ends. Kind of hard to get all the way in here, but you don't really have to. Do both ends of all your table rails. So I didn't really count these in our 20 table wax points. Probably should have. That would have added, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 more wax points. But if you will do this, again, all your tables now are going to slide and glide just like you want. I think you'll both hear and see a difference. Oh, Jesus. Can you see that? I mean, that, I hadn't realized. I hadn't really realized how bad this one was till I waxed that, but that's the kind of night and day difference. From being real stiff to now just floating. That's waxing your machine the proper way. So how many we got? Let's total it back up. 4 tabletops, 8 fence rails, that's 12, right? That's 12. 4 connector tubes, that's 16. You got to do your table legs, both on your extension table and your main table. That's 4 more. There's 20 wax points on just the table alone. Are there really 100 wax points on a mark? Absolutely. And I will show you the other 80 wax points down the road. For now, though, just do your tables, all right? Again, remember, tomorrow, Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, 9 a.m. Mountain Time, 10 a.m. Central Time, 11 Eastern Standard Time is when we meet for our Zoom Shopsmith gathering. Owners, non-owners, we all come together. We talk about the system, talk about any problems you might be having, talk about what projects you're going on. But tomorrow is very special because we have a mystery guest. This is one you do not want to miss. You have to get a hold of me at my email address, myoung@shopsmith.com. I will email you the Zoom ID number. Once you get the Zoom ID number, when it comes time for tomorrow, your time, just go into your Zoom, type in that Zoom ID number, and then I let you in, or Shopsmith admin will let you in. All right, but you don't want to miss this one. If you like some of the things we do here at the Today Shopsmith YouTube channel, do me a favor, please. Like and subscribe to this thing. I don't normally make a big push on subscribing and what have you, but since the shutdown to this point now, I thought maybe it's time to really push getting a bunch more of you guys to sign up with me, okay? So, till tomorrow, I'm Mike Young. This is Today's Shopsmith. See you guys. See you tomorrow.